My name is Divya Chand, and I was studying architecture in SPA New Delhi before coming here. And directly after I passed out, I came for the fellowship and joined it. I had a few seniors who were associated with IHS before. They spoke about it, and I was looking for courses to do in India. And I wanted to move out of architecture, and I was exploring options, and this seemed like the best idea, so I applied. It wasn't anything I was expecting. It's been very exciting, and I've met a lot of interesting people and learned things I didn't know existed. I wasn't ever really into mainstream architecture, and I always thought that that field could be used to do better things and more things. And I think IHS has provided that space, and there's a lot of collaborations that can happen here to do things that are beyond any one discipline. So I guess in that way, it's been the best thing to know. My favorite part would be getting to do the practica uh, that we did as a group of 4 people from different backgrounds on the field, because I've worked on the field in markets before, but the outlook we take repeatedly each year in college would be the same, going to study the space, but getting to look at the same thing again through a lot of different backgrounds and making something in the end was very interesting, and coming up with theories which I'd never done before. So when we came in the start, it was too much, like, because there were a lot of new concepts, and also because I just came after bachelor's and I didn't have master's experience or work experience. Everything was very new to me, and it felt very overwhelming at the start, but I guess that was fine because over time I got used to it, and then the electives and the project work and practica went by really easily because I was ready. After that, I really enjoyed the electives. They happened at a really mellow, nice pace, and you got to learn things and really read about them and indulge into them. And it's been fine. It's been much better than my architecture course was, I would say, as a course structure. I was working with the design lab at IHS on a project which was by the UPHSSP, which is the UP Health Strengthening Project, and basically we were working in district hospitals in different parts of UP. While we were a part of the project, it was at Lucknow. We went to a bunch of district hospitals and studied their condition right now, and the idea is to develop a refurbishment plant with the design team. And we've been a part of their team, and we've gotten to see how the work happens, how you collaborate with the government and with external consultants and everything. So even though it is architecture and something I've learned, it's a very different process than I was expecting, and I've gotten to learn about it. And right now the project is at its end stage, so wrapping it up now that we're reflecting on the whole process, it's been really like a good learning experience, I'd say. I guess that is also a very interesting thing to happen, because I could. So we had an internship component in architecture as well, but the whole experience of getting that internship was really different than this one, in the sense that I just really helped us get us a place, and not just the job, but also what we're going to do in it is really defined by what we've learned in the past 7 months. So even though I am working for an architect, the kind of work I'm doing is an analysis, which is a multi-stakeholder, multidisciplinary analysis, and I don't think anywhere else would have led me to a position like this. So I'm excited to go into the internship right now. I guess it is very relevant because there are a lot of issues and concerns that were brought up before coming to IHS in my mind and in our course. But coming here is the only way I can see, like, the only way to come up with tangible solutions is to come together with people from different fields and different outlooks. And spaces like these are very rare, and even if they do exist, it's for very short times. So to get to really be in that space, in that safe space of conversation and practice, and to actually come up with solutions and go forward, I guess it's a very important space for that. It's a good opportunity. You should apply. I had the mindset of leaving behind my architecture course and doing something new, But eventually I realized that what I bring from architecture is also important, and how you can use that and the skills you've gained in architecture and the kind of spatial understanding is really important for cities. So to bring that and combine it with everything that is thrown at you at IHS is a very interesting process, and to do that will give you like paths to go forward in architecture that you wouldn't have thought of before. So I guess that is one thing, that do not let your discipline go away, bring it with you and mix it with other things. It's been really nice. Like the kind of people I've met here, I've never met before, and people are really nice at IHS. And there's a space here for things you can say and things you can do that doesn't exist anywhere, in which you can experiment. And there are so many people and so many teams at IHS to back you up to do that. And it's been really nice. And I think I'm going to really miss the whole environment a lot.